Hi guys, Fuzz here and welcome back to our Let's Play complete walkthrough series for Final Fantasy VIII. So we've just finished off in Dollet in the previous episode, which was doing a whole bunch of random, well not random, but optional content just to help our characters. And we focused a lot on sorting out the triple triad stuff, the card game side quest, since it does give us good rewards. We needed to sort the rules out for that while we had the chance to do so. Hopefully you're following along and doing what I do, since it will be beneficial even as we go further on into the game. So starting off here at East Academy Station, so if you weren't following the Dollet stuff, then coming up from Timber, this is where you would have got off, and it's where we're going to be starting from today. And we're going to be making our way over towards the garden, Galbadia Garden to be precise, which is our next story destination. Which means we just need to hop over that bridge there, and before you enter this forest here, make sure that Squall, Quistis and Selfie are all equipped with your junctions. So if, like me, you have Zan and Rinoa in your party, just head to the switch menu and then do junction exchange from whoever's in your party to Quistis and Selfie. I've already done that, so I'm not going to do it again. And then when you're ready, just head into here and you'll get a cutscene. And if you hadn't guessed already, you can probably have a good idea now that we're heading into the dream world, or whatever the world is where we encountered Laguna earlier on when we was on the train, if you remember. I'm sure you do. Well, we're back with Laguna, Kiros and Ward. Okay, so it doesn't matter which one we choose here. The path for this initial section is somewhat linear, so it is a little bit difficult to get lost. There's a sleep draw point here. Although I've started to max that out on my characters, you may actually have it maxed out on all of your characters, so don't worry too much. It's not exactly that useful in all honesty. But anyway, one thing that you might want to do is just junction thunder spells to elemental attack if you can. I'm just going to check because I think I've got encounter non-active, in which case I'm not particularly going to need it. So I'll just check Yes, I have. So, I don't need to do this, but you can just throw thunder on because a couple of the monsters here are weak to it. Okay, so it doesn't matter about the encounter non-ability at this stage, excuse me, since we are about to be forced into battle with some S-Star soldiers. So we actually have two battles here. The first, as you can see, is a back attack. Laguna is going to be our main damage dealer since he's using the, what's it called, Tornado Junction on his strength stat, which is a really good boost, even at this stage in the game, and we're really making good progress through Disc 1 now. We did this straight at the start, if you remember. Ward's got quite a beefy weapon there, hasn't he? I would not want to be on the receiving end of that thing, I'll tell you that. Right, so after those two forced battles, we're going to again take control, and we're going to head down the right hand path here. Try and do that again. This time I'll actually press down rather than up. So if you follow my instructions as we go through this area, then you can't really go wrong. Right, so we're off again. And we just keep going now, and we should reach, well, this area, which is like a junction. Oh no, it's past here, actually, what I'm looking for. Right, there's an item that we can choose to pick it up, and we are going to do so. It's an old key. Ah, typical. Don't worry, that's part of the story, so we're going to head to the left here. And there's these kinds of things on the floor, which you can see. There should be a lever, yeah, there we go, towards the middle of these things. Okay, so we can't continue to the left now, so we're going to head back over to the right. By the way, that unlocks a draw point later on in the game. So, not something we can access straight away. Just going to have a look down here. Actually, don't do anything else in that area. Just come back to the beginning because we're going to take the other fork this time. Or the other path of the other fork, if that makes sense. And just keep going until we come to another crossroad. This time we can go left, straight on, or right. If we go right, there's a confused draw point, so we'll grab that first of all. Doesn't matter who takes it, really. Give it to Kiros, why not? And then we're just going to head down the centre here, where there's another ladder. So we can go down. Right, now make sure you do this. This is very important. Over here, by the kind of barrier thing, there's something else we can pick up. A hidden item. Another old key. Ah, typical, eh? Typical. Right, the reason why you need to do this is because when we return to this area later on, you'd have unlocked an Ultima draw point, and Ultima is probably the strongest magic in the entire game. So you definitely need to do this. Well, okay, you don't need to, but you definitely should want to do this. And now we can just continue heading on south. And we can see that the hatches are here, so we're going to tamper with it. So, ultimately we need to open all of these traps. But we have to do it the way I'm doing it, if that makes sense, since we can't actually walk over them once we've tampered with them. Which is why we are doing a bit of backtracking and whatnot to reach them all. But you do unlock items for each one later on that you open now. Just let me check. Yeah, we must have done that one. Because we did get the cutscene, didn't we? So we'll head back now to the beginning. And we're going to go down the right hand fork once again to get to the other side of that room. Okay, so going down the ladder on the right hand side once again. I know this backtracking can be a little bit frustrating. But since we want to collect everything we can collect, we do need to do it in this order. And we're going to head back to those panels. So we'll head through the bluish area, whatever this place is. And this time we're going to tamper with the final door, whatever it is, hatch panel. And this means we'll get a power generator later on. So that's all we need to do. But that power generator is, I'm sure some would say if they know this game well, one of the rarest, if not the rarest, items in the entire game. Okay, and now we're going to head up north here. And now we're going to head up north, which is what I was going to do before, but then I realised we needed to unlock the other hatches. And we can see this thing on the floor here. So it's got a few different switches on it apparently. Basically everything we're doing at the moment is preparing item hunting later on. So we're not getting rewards for doing all this stuff right now, but it will be worth it when we come back here with our main characters. So we've got a number of options here, well, two options. We want to start by hitting the red switch. Okay, there's the panel that we tampered with, opening up. And now we're going to press the blue switch. And this also makes another item available for us later on. Okay, and now we're just going to head up these steps here. And quite a long screen, but obviously very linear. Of course, if you have enemy encounters on, you can expect a fair few at that point. Right, so we can see there's a rock here on the left. And later on, this also allows us to unlock a speed junction scroll. So I'll draw a cure. Not that it's particularly useful at this stage in the game. And now we get access to a save point at last. if you want to, you can do some grinding here, but personally I don't see the point, since I don't want to particularly level up for no reason. So I'm going to save, and then we're going to head on upwards. Okay, so if you followed my walkthrough, then that's going to limit the amount of battles that you're about to face here. Since we use the rocks and whatnot to kill the soldiers. Now you have to do at least one battle, even if you've done everything that I've done. But if you just came straight here and skipped all that optional stuff we just went through, then you're going to have up to 5 battles to face. These soldiers probably are a little bit stronger than some of the ones we fought earlier on. This guy always finishes by casting Soul Crush twice, which reduces Ward's and Kivas's health to 1. It never hits Laguna, as far as I'm aware. And then it's just a case of watching the scene here. He's like, get out of here. He's quite funny, Laguna. I do actually enjoy his dialogue. But that's the end of our next section with Laguna and Kivas and Ward, so we'll have to wait until later on to find out what it is they're up to. So, story-wise now, we're actually ready to head on to Galbadia Garden. Well, once we've got through this scene anyhow. Now, if you remember earlier on in the walkthrough guide, I told you to start collecting the pulse ammo for Squall's best weapon, his ultimate weapon. And we can actually start collecting the next item now, because it is possible to get the ultimate weapon, which I'm aiming for on disc 1. And what you need to do is kill Grendels around this very forest. You have to encounter them. I've got encounter none on at the minute, so I can't. But you need to encounter them around the cliff edges here. And on the other side, you can't do it in the middle of the forest. And you need to kill them, since if you mug them, you won't get the item you need, which is the Dragon Fang item. And you need to ideally be killing Grendels that are levels 1 to 20. Although you can get them quite easily, the Dragon Fangs, when the Grendels are up to level 30. But you need 4 of them, and now's the best chance really in the game to get them. So even if you're not planning on getting Squall's ultimate weapon on disc 1, or if you missed out on the ammo earlier on and it is hard to farm the cards you need for them at this stage, then you still might want to go ahead and just farm the Dragon Fangs off the Grendels, since it is a good chance to get them. But once you've done that, by the way, you can also get Dragon Fangs from level 20 to 30 T-Rex Saws, but it's a rare drop from them. And the Grendors, it's a common drop. But there's the gardens, that's our next destination. I'm going to spend some time farming those monsters. And I'll be back with you in the next episode as we find out what's going down. So thanks for joining me, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And also, you can go ahead and head over to the Facebook FuzzfingerGaming fan page. I do post updates over there. And I'll see you soon for more Final Fantasy VIII. Bye for now, guys. Take care.